right, good morning. We are at the pool. We're going to grill some pork tenderloin. I want to kind of show you a little bit about our setup today. So, in my condo, I live on the 6th floor, and you got to pack everything down if you're going to use the grill. So this what this kind of looks like here. So, I have 2 pork tenderloins that I've been marinating in some teriyaki and garlic. I'll tell you a little bit more about that here in just a moment. I'm going to do some asparagus today, and I've got some fresh corn up in here with my French butter ready to melt as it goes. So we're going to get this on the grill. I have that heating up right now, and we'll get that started. In the meantime, let me show you about this marinade. Okay, kids, this marinade is so damn simple, I'm almost embarrassed that I'm even sharing it with you, but trust me, it is absolutely delicious. When I grill this for folks, I mean, there is rarely anything left over, okay? So it's pretty simple. We're going to have a couple of pork tenderloins here. I'm always on the lookout for these guys for when they go on sale, because I'll buy several of them and I'll individually wrap them in clear wrap and then put them in a bag and freeze them, and you can just pull them out as you need them. So remember, food prep is your friend. And real simply, we'll be using some of the teriyaki marinade. And I know people will poo-poo here, but for marinades, I'll use this jar stuff, right? I keep it in case I need it for cooking, if I, absentmindedly or something forget to get the fresh stuff. But for marinades, I find that this works pretty well. Because of the salt content in the marinade itself, I'm not going to even salt and pepper these because, it packs a wallop, okay? Now, we're using the teriyaki here because, as I'll demonstrate later, I will be putting a pineapple and mustard glaze on top of this as they finish on the grill. And that combination of that fruity, pineapple-y, and the spicy kick of the mustard combined with this teriyaki sauce is unbelievable, and it's so easy. I'm using pineapple preserves today, but apricot is also a good combo as well. So let's marinate. We are going to place our tenderloins in our plastic bag. Real easy. I'm going to take the teriyaki sauce, and I'm going to just liberally get that on in there. Brilliant. Okay. Then for the garlic, I'll do, I don't know, maybe a couple of this in here. I mean, come on, y'all. It's garlic. And we will make sure that this gets coated and the garlic gets evenly distributed kind of around in that. It's going to be so good. Get the air out of that. All right. Now, I'll refrigerate. I'm going to go about 24 hours on this. You could go as little as an hour. But I find that it works great as an overnight marinade. I'll turn it a couple of times, and it'll be ready to grill tomorrow. So we'll see you then. All right, we've got a medium-high grill going today. I'll be turning it down on low, actually. It's not the best grill in the world, so I'm just going to have to really watch it because I don't have much control over the heat on this thing. I'm going to drop this deliciously marinated pork tenderloin down. Go number 2. All right. Like I said, I'm going to have to keep an eye on it because I don't have a lot of heat control. Normally what I would do is keep this on the lowest setting, keep it closed, checking on it about every 15 minutes. Yeah, so I'm going to close the lid, I guess, and we'll get it going. I'll wait momentarily to add the corn and the asparagus, and so that everything kind of comes at the same time. So here we go. Okay, let's see where we're at. We've been going about 15 minutes here, guys. Yes, look at that. See what I'm talking about. Doesn't that look beautiful, gang? Indeed. I think I will add the corn at this point. I'm probably going to wait a little while for the asparagus. Just kind of get these on. Off to the back there. Alright, we'll check back in about another 10 minutes or so. Okie doke. We are officially about 30 minutes in. Yay! And these guys are ready for this beautiful pineapple mustard glaze. Let's get this going. Actually, before I do that, let me put my asparagus on. I've got a kind of a grill pan for the asparagus, and I've been preheating that so that it kind of does what I want it to do. Without this pan, y'all, this asparagus will just go straight down the thing. I've put a little olive oil on this, a little salt and pepper, nothing special. And corn is going a little slower than I wanted it to. Could probably have put this on a little sooner, but that's okay. We'll get it caught up because there will need to be a rest period here. So let's get my first coat of this delicious glaze up on here. Be liberal with it, you know. And what's left of the glaze you can use as your dipping sauce. I'm all about a dipping sauce. Okay. Alright. Let me see what, if anything, I can do about my corn situation. Grill management, I guess. See if I put a couple up there. Ooh, that's popping. That's a good sign. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, I'm going to close here and let this set, the glaze set on the pork loin for just a bit. Then I'll pull that off and let it rest while the corn kind of catches up. In the meantime, let me tell you about how to put together this beautiful glaze. Alright kids, let me show you how easy it is to put this glaze together. Today we're using, I'm going to do the pineapple and the mustard glaze. Like I said earlier, you can also use apricot. I would imagine you could use peach preserves as well. But it needs to be some sort of fruit like that combined with the mustard. The mustard, today I'm using a stone ground Dijon because I like the grainy bits in it. It's delicious. You can use a regular, you know, creamy Dijon. You can use, I've used brown deli mustard before. Your favorite mustard really is all you need except the yellow. I mean, let's not go there. To start with the glaze, I go about 50% or so of the pineapple mixture and the mustard. Now some people are going to want it more mustardy, some people are going to want it a little more on the sweet side. I like it kind of in between to the sweet. And you mix this up. Mixy, mixy, mixy. When you get it well incorporated, look how good that looks. Give it a taste. I am going to go, I'm dirty my spoon, just a little bit more pineapple, because I like mine just a little more sweet than the spice. It also helps it set up on a nice glaze on the tenderloin itself. Taste. That's it. Pineapple mustard glaze. Alright, I'm going to pull the tenderloins off here. We'll let them start the rest period. I brought a little extra aluminum foil here because I'm going to want to tent this, kind of help keep it warm. And now this will allow the corn to kind of catch up. I'm not worried about it getting on that delicious glaze. This is all going in the same place at the end of the day, right? Alright. Yeah, I think it's going to be alright. Some sweet bits, some charred bits, and I like how I like it. Alright, maybe about 5 minutes. And then we'll pack it up. One thing I did want to note, you want to get that pork to about 145 to 150 degrees internally. I did have a meat thermometer. I was checking it. This meat is one of the things that I will typically use a meat thermometer for, to check for the doneness because of the thickness of the tenderloin, and you want it done. All right, kids, I'm going to call it. We're going to pack this up and get it back upstairs. One of the things that I do is I go ahead and I put some butter, don't know if you can see that, in my Tupperware, put the hot corn in, using about 3/4 of a stick for 4 ears of corn, and of course I'm going to season it while it's hot. I'm using some Cajun seasoning, just a bit, instead of salt and pepper. I find that this works really, really great on grilled corn, and who doesn't like Cajun seasoning? You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to put the asparagus right on in it. Because what's the worst that can happen? The grilled asparagus is going to taste like what? Butter and Cajun? I can think of worse things. Alright, kids. We'll see you back upstairs. Alright, kids, here we are. So, the meat has had a nice rest. I'm starving. So we're going to get this unpacked, take a look at it, and get it cut up, and then I'm going to have an early lunch. So let's get to that. Okay, let's take a look at beautiful teriyaki pineapple glazed pork tenderloin here. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my God. Yes, indeed. You see how beautiful that is? I am happy, happy, happy. This is our leftover glaze. Put the grill pan away. And this away. Let's see how our corn is done here. Ooh, yes, indeed. So you have to get a little creative about, grilling at the pool. Because you got to pack in and out, right? So this butter, I'm just going to sort of help that along a little bit. Look at that. Indeed. Get that all nice and coated and delicious. Corn and butter, y'all. I mean, that's craziness right there. Crazy good. Now, let's cut into this thing now that we've had a good rest and see what we've got. Now, I typically, I don't make a mess here, will cut these on a bias into medallions. Best I can. Look at that. It's cooked perfectly. It's still juicy. It's good and tender. See what I'm saying? Remember, food prep is your friend. I will be eating off this all week long, on and off. Various applications. Makes a great sandwich. It's great on a salad. It's great just to reheat this, you know. I mean, how do you go wrong with a pork tenderloin? I find that this cut is so versatile. It can be used in many different ways. Now, if you don't have access to a grill, I have done this in the oven. What I would recommend that you do, if you're going to do this in the oven, is give the tenderloin just a quick sear, kind of get some color on it, because you want that flavor. Put it in an oven, cover it with the sauce, and then bake it off at about, I don't know, 350, 375 for, you know, till it reaches that 145. Typically will take about, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes usually. Now we're going to taste this. I'm going to get me some tenderloin going here. I want a little extra dipping sauce. Oh yes, a little extra, my ass, look at that. And let's see what our taste is here. I've been thinking about this all week. That is so good, y'all. This is the perfect combination of sweet and salty with that teriyaki and a little bit of spice from the mustard. It's perfect. It's incredible flavor combination. And it's so easy, you know. I mean, people will think, oh, wow. People will really be impressed. When I do this for a group at the pool, there's never any left. So there's no food prep when that happens. That's why I snuck out early this morning to get it done. Yes, indeed. I am a happy, happy Mr. B. There you have it, guys. That is teriyaki, grilled teriyaki pork tenderloin with a pineapple mustard glaze. You've got to do it. Recipe is in the description. Please click subscribe. I'm going to see you guys next time. Thanks.